What's up, Woodlawn, and welcome to the Woodlawn Word. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Julie.
And we're here to give you the scoop about your school.
First up are some announcements to keep you aware of events coming up around our school. Students will be taking the Math Leap 360 test from December 3rd to December 5th. The PTSA movie night will be on December 7th. The Panther Press will be hosting a poetry contest. All submissions must revolve around the winter holiday theme, and poems are due on December 17th. Also, midterm exams will be taken from the 12th through the 18th. And following that, from December 19th through January 4th will be winter break. Lastly, the new semester will begin on January 7th. On to national news. Reporters say it's a tough year for the Christmas tree business. They say drought is hurting their crop at a time when supply is already low. The trees have no roots. They've all died from the fact that it's been so dry, said David Roy. He owns Quail Creek Ranch Christmas trees. Usually, we have about a 95% survival rate, he said. Now it's the opposite. He and his wife, Michelle Roy, have been in the business for decades. They say this year's been the worst. They planted 9,000 trees in the spring, and maybe only a couple hundred survived. They're nervous for the long term, while the short term is already proving tough. Roy tells us supply is low, demand is still high, and prices have skyrocketed in the last 5 years. The trees they do have are going fast, snagged by lucky customers who noticed their options were slim and got one while they could. We usually cut one down, and we found most of the trees were already cut, one customer said. Plus, the Roys tell us they can't sell all of their trees. Since they can't count on the young ones, they have to save some of the good ones in case of another dry growing season. They say next weekend is the last chance for their customers to come out and buy one.
Continuing national news, in Tijuana, Mexico, U.S. border agents fired tear gas on hundreds of migrants protesting near the border with Mexico on Sunday after some of them attempted to get through the fencing and barbed wire, separating the two countries. The situation started after the migrants began a peaceful march to appeal to the U.S. Mexican police had to keep them from walking over the bridge leading to the Mexican port of entry, but the migrants pushed past the officers to walk across the Tijuana River below the bridge. More police carrying plastic riot shields were along the other side, but migrants walked along the river to an area where only an earthen levee and a wire separated them from the border. Someone saw an opportunity to breach the crossing, and that was when the tear gas was fired.
On to core values, the ones that our school encourages us to live and work by on a daily basis are respect, responsibility, courage, sacrifice, and perseverance.
The core value for the current month of November is character. This means that you should always be yourself and do the things you know are right no matter what. John Wooden said, "Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think of you." Moving into the weather, today there will be a high of 57 with a low of 35. Going into tomorrow, a warmer high of 62 can be expected with a 48-degree low, and there is no chance of precipitation for either days. As for Thursday, 70 will be the high with 59 as the low. There is also a 40% chance of rain to be expected for the day. As we have been mentioning, the girls and boys basketball teams have started their practices, and they now have their schedules. The first home game for Woodlawn will be January 9th against South Baton Rouge Charter School. The girls' game will start right after school, and the boys' game will immediately follow that. The cost to enter the game will be $3. If you can, please come out to support both the girls and the boys teams after school.
As far as local sports go, the LSU Tigers played Rice and won 42-10. This past weekend, they also played and lost against Texas A&M with a score of 72-74. On the 18th, the Saints beat the Eagles 48-7. They went on to play the Falcons last weekend, once again winning, but this time with a score of 31-17.
I'd like to end this news segment today with a quote that says, "You learn more from failure than from success. Don't let it stop you, for failure builds character." Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Woodlawn Word. See you next time.